Hello guys, good afternoon. My name is Alex and I'm going to be your teacher today. We're going to start checking a very important topic that is called reported speech. This is the beginning of the intermediate level because in this structure you will be able to start using all the tenses are auxiliary verbs in a normal conversation because reported speech has a definition, and this definition is the next one. It is also called indirect speech, and it is used to narrate something that other people said before. In other words, this is when you comment what other people said to you, or this is when you comment an event that happened before. For starting this structure, we're going to start with a review in tenses that are very important, guys. The simple present tense uses helper do and does. The present progressive uses verb being present, that is am is are. Simple past uses the auxiliary did. Past progressive uses was and were. Present perfect uses have and has as helpers. Present perfect progressive have been and has been. Past perfect is had, and past perfect progressive had been. Don't forget also that for the tenses in progressive manner or progressive form, you have to use the verb in gerund. This is talking about tenses, guys, but there is another important situation to review, that is auxiliary section. Remember that we have different helpers or auxiliary verbs or modal verbs. They are called in different names. Can is a helper for ability. Could is an ability in past. May is for permission. Might is for probability. Will is for ideas in future. Good is for imaginary situations. And should is for giving a recommendation. So after we review the tenses and the verbs or the auxiliary verbs, I'm going to give you the rules for these tenses working in reported speech. If you have a sentence in present, it must be changed into past. Sentence in past into past perfect. Present perfect into past perfect into past perfect. Helper can must be changed into could, made into might, will into good, and should remains the same. So if you find a sentence that has should as a helper, so you don't have to change it. Okay, let's continue with the next presentation here, that is the formula. And in the formula, guys, you have only three simple steps. The step number one is use the connector that. This connector that is like a link between two ideas, the beginning and the end. The number two is change the person. You have to be very careful in this point because you're not the person that is speaking, you are narrating something that other people said to you. Okay, so if you find a sentence that has the pronoun I, don't make the mistake to put I, because it's the person that is talking. It can be her, it can be him, or it can be them. And step number three is change the tense of the sentence. If the sentence is in present, you must change that sentence into past, following the formula about the changes in tenses. The example for this reported speech sentence is Karen said, I have a lot of work. As you can see, the sentence has a verb and the verb is in present. So you have to change that verb into past, and you have to change that person into her, or in this case she, because the pronoun is before the verb. So the reported speech sentence is Karen said that she had a lot of work. Let's start with practice number 1, in which you're going to practice only the tenses. This practice has 4 examples. And the first example is Luis said, I feel very happy. When you change this sentence into reported speech, is Luis said that he felt very happy. Number 2, Bob said, I lived with my parents. In this sentence, you have a different verb that is conjugated in past. So it must be changed into past perfect. So the correct is Bob said that he had lived with his parents. Number 3, Mary said, I have worked for 10 years. This sentence is in present perfect, so it must be changed into past perfect. The correct reported speech sentence is Mary said that she had worked for 10 years. And the number 4 is Linda said my son had finished his major. So the reported speech is Linda said her son had finished his major. Okay, let's continue with practice 2, guys. In practice 2, we're going to check how to change the auxiliaries or the helpers. Number 1, my parents said, we will go on vacation to Paris the next year. And the reported sentence is, my parents said that they would go on vacation to Paris the next year. Number 2, Jimena said, I can meet you both in the restaurant later. So Jimena said that she could meet us in the restaurant later. The number 3 is the boy said, I may help my sister with her homework. The reported speech is, the boy said he might help his sister with her homework. Number 4, the boss said, I should visit the doctor in the afternoon. The correct reported speech sentence is, the boss said he should visit the doctor in the afternoon. As you can see, guys, we were practicing only how to transfer ideas that are in affirmative form. For the next class, we're going to start checking how to transfer ideas in specific questions or non-specific questions into reported speech sentences. And the next class is going to be for imperative sentences. And with that class, I think we can finish the reported speech topic. So this is everything for today, guys. I hope that you really enjoy this class. Remember that you have to practice your English every day. Don't forget to study the verbs, the tenses, the auxiliary verbs. And I'm going to try to make a very different class for the next one that is going to be easier than this one. And I hope also that you can understand the following classes. Thank you very much for paying attention to this class, and see you soon. Have an excellent afternoon.